Hello, everybody. Welcome to Soul's Fun Kitchen, Bite-Sized Genealogy. Today I'm going to show you the card catalog in Ancestry.com, and I think it can be really useful when you know exactly what you're looking for and you need to go and find it. So I want to bring you out for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and just get into what that might look like in terms of results, because sometimes we get loaded with results and we don't need them all. Like, let's be a little bit more specific in our searches to have more effective results. Sometimes it's great to start big and then narrow, 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 but sometimes you just need to start small and you control your research in such a way instead of. So let's take a look. So Laura Darling, I was researching her. She boarding house lady in Derry, New Hampshire. She had an orange cat. She got divorced early 1900s. She was really interesting. And I was looking for her death certificate. So I could do a search in the universal search function and say Laura Darling, Derry, Rockingham. She was born around 1830. And I probably will find the results pretty quick. When I do the search, I can see I have 10,636 results. And then a lot of the beginning is right here, 1 through 20. And it starts with divorce records and it starts with, oh, it does have a death and burial record here, and then a lot of city directories. So definitely one way of doing it. I just want to show you that you also could hit search and then go into the card catalog. Once you're familiar with a lot of the record sets in Ancestry, this could be a faster route to what you're looking for. And the reason I say that is because I know there are lots of New Hampshire death records in Ancestry. So I could say, in the card catalog, death records, and then hopefully it will bring me some good record set up at the top. And this is especially good if I can't find what I'm looking for and I say, oh, I better go check those death records. But here I see New Hampshire U.S. death records from 1650 to 1969. If I'm looking for someone who died in New Hampshire during those years, I think this is a really good record set to try. So I'm going to go ahead in and, okay, and I don't know if she died in Derry, but I know she was in Derry, New Hampshire. And so when I do this in the death records, I'm hoping to get a lot fewer results than what I got. And then it's just a little bit easier to sift through, right? All right, so here I have, okay, I was off on her birth date, but let's just take a look and see if this is her. She was in Derry. Concord's not too far. I know she was born in Maine, so I got to take a look and see if she was born in Maine. And then this could potentially, a very first hit, be the one I'm looking for. So let's just see here. Oh, yep, she was born in Old Town, Maine. Oh, death date was 1930. And if her parents are the Spencers and Perkins, then that brings me to the right person. Let's just see here. Yeah, Old Town, Maine was her birth date. And Spencer Perkins was her father. Yep, I remember seeing him in the records, and he was a butcher. And then she came down to Derry and she was working in the factories and then in the boarding houses. So I went from, seeing a lot of city directories and seeing some other records, including the divorce record, which are going to be useful to me. But then finding her death record in the record set was the very first hit. So I think that, if you're like, oh, I know that record set is there, the card catalog can be a really useful place to go. I know not a lot of people will start there, but it really narrows your search. It also puts you in control of the results more. And I think that can be really important when you're doing historical research. So give it a try, see what record sets are in there, do a little exploration. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.